Hey crew members! We're back once again reading my old fanfiction from 2020. Yay! Ooh! We are reading chapter 4 in this video, but please go watch the other 3 chapters if you haven't seen those. I only have the first 6 original chapters. I think a lot of people get confused because they go to my Wattpad expecting to read these, but these are just the first 6 original. I have the re-edited fanfiction on Wattpad. But anyways, let's begin. Well, here I am again, sitting beside Draco Malfoy in class. I was getting tired of sitting next to Draco every single class. I know for a fact I'm not his only friend. This time we were sitting in charms taught by Professor Flitwick. He was telling us about the cheering charm, which created joy amongst a person. The charm was invented by Felix Summerby between the mid-15th century and 1508. Pretty amazing, right? Nobody asked, but okay. I thought it was rather interesting. Charms has always been my favorite and my most excellent subject. After this class, we had to take one of our electives. Third years had to take 2 or more electives. I had chosen care of magical creatures and divination. I love animals, and I thought my grandmother could help me in divination since she knows all about it. That's funny because in the re-edited version, her grandma doesn't know who she is because she was, obliviated by her parents. Anyways, sorry, little spoiler. I hope you all learned something today. Class is dismissed, said Professor Flitwick. What was your other elective? I asked Draco. Study of ancient ruins, replied Draco. You? Divination, I said sadly, but I'll see you after school. I guess so. Draco walks off and leaves my backpack with me after carrying it all day for me. I planned to write him a thank you letter for his temporary kindness. I was notably sad that I didn't have class with Draco. Actually, I wasn't even a bit sad. This gave me the perfect opportunity to sit with Harry or Hermione in class. I knew they both had divination. I sped up to catch up with Hermione in the hallways. Hermione was with that Ginny Weasley girl again. What does she have against Ginny? She didn't do nothing. Oh my gosh. If y'all remember from chapter 3, she was like going off on Ginny for no reason because she gave her a look. Or I don't even remember. Hermione, Ginny, guess what? Draco doesn't have divination, but I do, which means I can sit with you guys without Draco knowing, I exclaimed. It's giving toxic friendship, but okay. That's amazing, exclaimed Hermione. I wanted to jump up and down for joy. I felt as if someone cast a cheering charm on me. The 2 of us trotted down the hallways, rejoicing that Draco was gone. However, my joy was ruined when I heard Ginny say, "Hey Holly, is Draco still carrying your bag?" "No," I replied. "He gave it to me before." The smile I had slowly faded away when I realized I left my bag in charms. It was still laying on my desk. I had to go back and get it. Why do you forget your backpack? What even? Before either Hermione or Ginny could answer, I turned around and sprinted down the halls. When I got to Charms, Professor Flitwick was already standing at the entrance with my bag in his hand. "Ah, Miss Holly, I knew you would come back," said Professor Flitwick. "Thank you, Professor," I said while I was out of breath. I quickly took my bag and raced all the way to divination. I already knew I was going to be late. My only chance to sit with my friends was ruined, all because I left my bag. I took a deep breath and knocked on the door. I gradually opened the door and I felt all eyes on me. All eyes on me in the center of the ring, just like a circus. Being late on the first day of school, asked Professor Trelawney. "That's alright, dear. Just have a seat next to Ron over there." To Ron? I thought we sat next to Harry. Or was that in the re-edited version? Well, at least I was not in major trouble. I went over to where Ron was sitting and sat across from him. I swear divination is one of the most difficult subjects ever. The classroom itself was already boring. Boring? The tablecloths and the curtains were tacky and hideous. Time in there went by so slowly. Not these like choppy, goofy sentences. Like, as a writer, this pains me to read. Like, I do not write like this, I swear. "This is so boring," I whispered. "Yeah," whispered Ron. "I should have taken Draco's advice and chose study of ancient ruins," I said. "At least you don't have to be in class with Malfoy," replied Ron. "I don't mind being with Draco. It's just I wish I could spend time with you guys without him becoming angry. Then get rid of Draco." Like if I had a friend who got mad about me hanging out with other people, bye. Well, in this case, it's their enemy though. What if I had a friend, but I had another friend, but like those 2 were enemies? Get rid of them both. I don't even know. Ron didn't reply, but was still staring into the glass ball in the middle of the table. He propped his chin on his arm, still looking into the glass ball. I couldn't tell if he was actually trying to see the future or if he was just daydreaming. I then watched as he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a plastic bag. In the plastic bag was a large chocolate chip cookie almost the size of my hand. I don't know Ron very well, but I know him well enough to know he eats quite frequently. Oh my god, you're so mean! She's calling Ron a big bag, in other words. This was the word for big back in 2020 apparently. He eats frequently. He also isn't one to share his food. Would you like a piece? Asked Ron. See, he offered you part of his cookie. Y'all can both be big bags. Sure, I said. I thought it was so sweet of him to offer me a piece of his cookie, so I gladly accepted the offer. Instead of giving me a small piece, however, he breaks the cookie in half and gives me 1/2 of it. I was surprised. This isn't even necessary to the plot. Oh, thank you, I said. My mum actually made it, said Ron. I just smiled and he let out a soft smile. How do you let out a soft smile? That's the second time I've seen that in this fanfiction. He let out a soft smile. Just say he grinned. Smile softly, don't say that. Something other than let out a soft smile. I suppose he was just trying to be nice to me, but he ended up talking to me through divination, which made the boring class go by faster. I don't think I've actually seen Ron this happy before. He is usually quiet around me, but according to Hermione's description, he's very talkative. I think that side of him is coming out to me now. The two of us secretly ate our cookies and quickly hid the evidence of any cookie crumbs. This is supposed to be a Harry Draco love triangle. Why are we talking to Ron? Class dismissed, called Professor Trelawney. Yes, I survived the first day of school. This time when I left the classroom, I was sure to remember my backpack. I was not doing that again. Wait, I hear a voice call out to me as I was walking down the staircase. I see Ron running to catch up with me and we continue to walk down the stairs, together. He talked to me as if we'd be friends forever. We had our first non-awkward conversation with direct eye contact. The freak? Direct eye contact. So you're walking down the stairs and you're like this to him. Like, yeah, that cookie was delicious. You should get your mom to make some more. And walking down the stairs, not even looking at their steps. What was 13-year-old me thinking? For once, Ron wasn't staring at a random wall in silence. I began to think Ron and I could be friends after all. Were y'all not friends before? Harry and Hermione were genuinely surprised to see Ron and I walking down the stairs together. I see you guys are friends now, joked Hermione. We are, I replied. We talked all through divination. So it is no longer awkward between you guys, questioned Harry. It was never awkward, denied Ron. No, it was pretty awkward, I said. There was no denying the awkwardness between me and Ron. Ron let out a small chuckle, not a smile. Chuckle. He knew I was right. It's hard to believe this all happened over a scrumptious chocolate chip cookie. Ron wasn't that bad after all. Just like, this seems like her and Ron are gonna have a love triangle, but I know that's not how I wrote it, so why? Well, I hope that was somewhat enjoyable to listen to. I think I remember chapter 5 and 6. They were pretty, but that was just... But hey, don't be ashamed if you write fan fiction or anything, or if your writing's bad, because we all start somewhere. That's the evidence of it. We all start somewhere in our writing journey. Definitely matured in my writing since fan fictions. But thank you so much for watching, crew members, and I will see you in the next video. Yay! Goodbye!